Greetings, Capricorn. My lovely Capricorn people, welcome. Greetings. This is Gigi from Groovy Brown Goddess. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I invite you to join our tribe over here by subscribing to the channel. And if you are a returning Capricorn, welcome back. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you being here. Tonight's reading, is a general spread to examine how you, Capricorn, can get the third party out of your relationship. So if you're actively involved in a relationship, whether you're married, single, living with the person, but you're actively involved and they haven't introduced a third party into your situation, we're going to look at how to get rid of that third party. And we're going to do that by examining your person's motivations, why they got the third party involved, and what advantage the third party currently has over you in the situation. And by doing that examination, we'll be able to pull in some clear-cut messages from Spirit regarding how to get the third party out of your situation altogether for good. All right? So if some of the early on messages regarding your person's feelings and the third party and all that kind of stuff trigger some emotion in you, I apologize in advance. But this reading is a highly effective reading in regards to figuring out how to take control of your situation. So I ask you to hold tight through it, okay? All right. It is a general reading, meaning that if the messages coming up don't resonate to your situation, know that future readings will. So you will definitely need to subscribe in order to be aware of those future messages as they are uploaded. Okay? Alright, with all that said, let me get some extra shuffles in. And Spirit's going to let me know exactly when to go ahead and lay out these cards for my lovely Capricorns. Alright, Capricorn, I think we've got some messages here from Spirit. Get everything set up here. Okay, so first message off the board, I have the Five of Wands with the God of Cups in reverse, which is the King of Cups in this particular deck. And this is looking at what is actually motivating, or what motivated your person, Capricorn, to involve a third party in your connection. And I'm seeing a lot of emotional chaos here. So I think in the connection with you, or at least for some of you this will be true, there was a lot going on, a lot of arguing, fighting, back and forth, very emotionally trying type of a situation happening. Maybe you hit a spot in your relationship where things were difficult and your person, Capricorn, felt as if things were just way out of control, out of their control. And I see that the fact that the situation felt out of their control was the issue for them, okay? And they went ahead and used that as an excuse to step outside your connection. And they, as we know, did so. For others of you, Capricorn, What this is your person feeling as if they, or that they were fighting for control over the relationship, whether you're aware of that or not, and they weren't able to achieve that goal, and this sent them into their feelings, feeling some kind of way, as they say. And the feeling just like, I'm just seeing it spiral from there in your person's mind. We are looking inside your person's mind, Capricorn. So keep that in mind, because that may not be the truth of the matter as far as what actually occurred, but from your person's perspective. And if you were a little fly inside their mind looking at what they're thinking, this is what they're thinking. Okay? All right. So, what was it, Capricorn, that, you know, from your person's perspective, again, we're looking at the initial breakdown, and there was, for many of you, a lack of sex going on in the relationship. So, with a lack of passion, sex going on, again, they chose to use that as a reason to step outside the relationship versus trying to actually resolve the situation with you. And in some of them, for some of you, Capricorn, you started to withhold sex. You know, felt you were within your right to do that, and there's no judgment here. However, your person used that, in their mind, that was enough of an excuse to go ahead and step outside this connection. All right, so let's look at the third party, and let's look at how they're showing up as far as what their advantage is in the situation with your person right now. And I have the Six of Wands. Like, literally speaking, male or female, this third party has your person, gives your person a feeling of being a winner. They cater to them, they look up to them, they treat them as if, you know, they are the man or the woman. Like, they are totally bigging up your person's head in that manner, is what I'm seeing here. So it's the constant praise, adoration, attention. Trust me when I say I'm getting a whole feeling right here. This third party is laying it on thick, 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 thick. All right. So that's kind of the third. This is giving you an idea of what's motivating your person, what happened, why this happened, from your person's perspective, and what the third party's game plan has been, how they managed to wiggle their way in there. Now we're going to look at how your person views, or basically what their intention is with this third party. So we know that intention are just thoughts, right? Intention is something that's not yet backed up by action. Okay? So at this point, your person, Capricorn, views the situation with the third party as being a situation in which they don't have to put in work. And it's funny because I'm noticing that this person and this person appear like they could be the same person. So this is definite confirmation from spirit here. Your person doesn't feel like they have to put in a lot of work with this third party. They don't have to contribute to building anything of value with this third party. So what this tells me is this isn't about love. This is more about the adoration that this person gives your person. And this is about, you know, your person's motives to get, basically to have a cheerleader. So the third party, in effect, is a cheerleader that is willing to have sex with your person. So Does that mean, what does that mean for you? That means that it's not going to be an impossible situation for you to bust up, okay? Because given the right course of action, you can get rid of this cheerleader. So, what is the move that you need to make in regards to um, resolving this situation in your favor? I have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is telling me that you need to embody everything that it is that represents a successful relationship, stability, um, the stable home life, and things of that manner. So you need to embody those things. And you might be looking at yourself, Capricorn, and say, I do embody those things. I am those things. However, what we're looking at here is a renewal type energy where you need to be the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, essentially, in that your attitudes, what you do physically, what you do emotionally, everything has to be in line with harmonious, harmonious energy. You have to bring harmony into your home, harmony into your relationship. And the fighting or the chaotic type energy that we were seeing here with this Five of Wands, this can't be a part of this picture, right? So you see the couple here holding hands, and they're literally like walking down the yellow brick road, which is lined with coins, to this beautiful home, and it just so happens to have a rainbow out that day, and life is good. And this is the energy that you have to come at your person with. This is the energy that Spirit is saying will completely disrupt what this third party is doing. You're not a cheerleader. You're not trying to take their place as the cheerleader. You are the one. You're the one. You're the soulmate. You're embodying, like, so whether we're talking about a male or female, the woman in this picture here, she is putting on airs, as the old folks would say. She is the fake person of their dreams. She's the one who is playing at being a soulmate, right? Where you need to be the soulmate. You need to embody everything energetically positive. She can only pretend, where you can be the real deal. Okay? So that's what I'm getting here as the disruptive energy that you can bring into this situation to disrupt the third party and start to get that third party the hell out of there. All right. So what weakness exists within this third party person that can be exploited? And with this, I have the King of Wands. Well, look at here. Your third party person here has a hell of an ego. Yeah, they're playing cheerleader. Oh, but they have a hell of an ego. So any type of slight that comes from your person, Capricorn, towards them, they are likely to lose their shit, is what I'm seeing. Like, because they really, with this God of Wands or King of Wands type energy, they really like attention and adoration, and everything that they're laying thick on your person. They're the ones that are always seeking that, is what I'm seeing in their own life. So they're laying it on your person thick only with the express purpose of receiving it back at some point. but they're not going to be able to tolerate any type of, you know, slight, as I said, coming from your person, or anything that would make them look bad or feel bad, or even just an unkind word. They just don't tolerate those types of things well. And not only don't they tolerate it, the strong feeling that I'm getting is this is a person that just like goes the hell off when things don't go their way. And their temper gets way out of control. Way out of control. And I don't believe, and in fact, I will tell you by looking at this whole thing, your person hasn't encountered that side of them yet, hasn't seen that side of them yet. But for whatever excuse your person made about the fighting or the chaos that happens in your situation, they ain't seen nothing yet. This is a hothead that does not need much to set the powder keg off, right? So that's the weakness, because that powder keg, when it goes off, your person's going to be like, holy hell, I got it better, way better over here with Capricorn. Capricorn's a stable person. This person, unstable. And what's going to set them off in that manner? When you lay this on thick with your person, and then your person starts to cancel dates with the third party, oh, that shit will not go over well. See how this is folding together? See how we know so much more now? See how getting to the motivations and what's happening in the background helps us? Yeah. So when we look at the situation and your person, and what is it that your person actually expects you to do in this situation, like how do they expect you to play this situation, right? They expect you to keep on giving, keep on working on the connection between you and them. They expect you to stay in your corner and do what you think is necessary to hold on to them, to work on things, to get things done. And you know what? That's really smug of them, right? That's really freaking smug of them, because they don't think you're going anywhere at all. That's their expectation of you and your actions. So what strengths do you possess that you can utilize to blow this third party out of the water, basically? And this is a card that is very specific to this deck. Okay, it's called the Supreme, and it talks a lot about the divine, right? And so it is in the reverse, and that what this is telling me at this moment, Capricorn, is you have a really strong connection with the divine, and just you praying, if that's a practice that you have, just you praying to the divine against this third party holds hella strength. So if you haven't taken the time to just calm down, sit down, and think that that is something that you need to do, I'm letting you know that is something that is going to be highly effective for you. Those of you who are magical practitioners, this is something you can use to turn the tides in your favor as well, and blow this third party out of the water, because you have a strong connection with the divine in which you can turn this whole situation on its head. Okay, use it. All right. So you can, again, so we had the the King of Wands show up, and now we've got the Goddess of Wands, or the Queen of Wands, show up in the reverse. And again, you do that by whatever this practice is, whether it's praying, whether it's a magical practice that you're going to utilize. You're going to utilize it specifically petitioning that your person, Capricorn, see this third party person in the worst possible light. Take away the third party's glow. That's your aim. This is coming up very specific around magical work, around prayer, around meditation, those types of esoteric practices. In Capricorn, I feel like if you're listening to this message, then you know something about that, and you know how to really get in there and pull down the divine. It's interesting that that's coming up here. This hasn't come up. You're the last sign that I'm reading with this particular spread right now, and this hasn't come up in anyone else's spread. So that's telling me you have a unique ability to get in there and make this change occur in that manner, along with the other practical steps we've talked about. So how will you indeed know that you're being successful and you're affecting the change? I have the Devil in reverse. So you're going to see, like I was talking about, the sex being the motivating factor for your person. And I think your person, to a certain degree, has gotten lost in that sexual type energy. They've lost their way with it as far as being in this connection with this third party. And when you see that energy start to dissipate in them, you'll know that you're making a change. I also just heard, for a lot of you, I think your person has started to like dress up and go out, and knowing that they're going to meet up with the third party. In fact, with a lot of you, I think that was your first clue that something was going on. Like all of a sudden this person's like getting cleaned up every day and heading out the door looking as fine as they can look. What is happening? I think that was one of the first clues that you had that clued you off to something. And you're going to see that diminish as well. Like they're just going to start, coming home or coming around, and they're in their regular attire. You don't see them making an extra strong effort as if they're going out on a date with someone. So when you start to see these clues, you will know then that what you're doing is taking effect, is taking hold in the situation. So warnings that we have for you from Spirit, Capricorn, are coming through the Three of Wands. And this is talking about don't delay. Do not delay action here. This has gone on long enough, and you need to get to work on it. And don't take the long, meandering road. Take the straight road to your destination. And we've laid out here in the form of a plan the straight road to get you there. So this is what you need to do. And the warning is, if you take this meandering road and you take your time, or you don't even get started at all on this and you just kind of sit on your hands and let things continue, the situation will get out of your control to the point where you will not be able to bring your person back in the way that you desire. Okay? So with that warning comes a warning of a possible ending of the connection between you and your person. Now, if you're watching this reading, you're doing so from the standpoint of, I'm in this relationship, there's a third party, and I want to get rid of them so that I can continue my relationship. So that being your aim, don't delay action. Hopefully these messages are making sense, and value to you? And if so, please like this video. Share it with someone who can also, as a Capricorn, use this valuable information to their advantage. Okay? Make sure you subscribe before you click off the video. And Capricorn, I wish you all the best with this. Until next time.